Hello everyone, this is Java tutorial for absolute beginners, and in today's video I'll be walking you guys through how to install Java, use operators in Java, if and else statements, loops in Java, and then how to utilize this kind of objects. Very simple. So first, just get on Google and type in Java download. I already have it, so I'm not going to download it. Just go to free Java download, and that's pretty much it. And then you move on to the next phase. Type in download Eclipse for Java. Click on the first link. Choose operating system. I'm using 64, so I downloaded 64. You can download 32 if you're using 32. Very simple. That's all we need to run a Java code, right? So I'm now going to move on to I'm going to move on to second topic, which is operators in Java, right? So pretty much I have my Eclipse already open, and as you can see I have a lot of packages here, right? And most of the time I do like my rough work, right? I do my rough work right here. Just go to practicing. So right here, okay, all right. First of all, I'm going to walk you guys through how to. Some of you might not know how to create a package, so I'm going to go to new, and then to create a Java package, go to Java project, create a Java project. Let's say, call it Java. Let's say Java tutorial. Java tutorial, right? Finish. And in that project, you right click, and then create. You can create a package if you want, right? It's up to you. It's not really needed. Say Java examples, right? Boom, you're done, right? So now you have a source folder. So in the source folder, right, you should go ahead and then right click to create a class, and then pretty much good to start coding. So let's say our first tutorial will be on how to utilize operators. So let's say Java operators, and don't forget to click to check this box, the public static void main, which pretty much will help you run your code successfully. If you don't check it, then you'll have to create another class and include the public static void main. So let's create it. Boom, that's it. So now we're good to start coding, right? So I'll first give you guys an example as in what it means to be to utilize the operators. Operators in Java pretty much is a plus, having to use a plus, a minus, less than or equal to, having to use the remainder, the modular in math, so on and so forth, right? Okay, let me just keep it. I'll just comment on it. All right. So I'm gonna just code a little example. Let's say I have an int y equal to some number 6, and I do have another int z equal to some number 7, right? So and then I wanted to add both, right? So I'll say int sum equal to x plus y. I'm sorry, z y plus z, right? So right here we're gonna sys out value x. We're gonna sys out sum, which pretty much will add these two numbers 6 and 7. So our answer should be 13. Let me run it real quick. 13. In case you would like to use the modulo, you can go ahead and use it, the remainder. So 7 into 6 will be I'm sorry, our output should be 6, yeah. And if you switch it, our output should be say modulo 771. Okay, good. That's pretty much it, how to use the operators. I'm going to move on to the third, how to utilize the if and else statement. So let's get back into our Eclipse IDE, create a new class, call it if else statement. Sorry, if else statement. Don't forget to check the public static void. Okay, good. All right, we're good to go. So we would like to start coding by saying int x equal to 20, right? And then I have int y equal to 69, 59, sorry. So we'll now implement our if statement. So if x is less than y, sys out true. We're printing true if x is less than y. And else if x is really equal to y, sys out x really equals y. Now last will be else sys out not true. So pretty much I did initialize my variable, which is x equal to 20, my y is 59, and I have my if statement, which basically says if x is less than 59, we should print out true. Sorry for the typo. We should print out true, and else if my x is really equal to y. In Java, we use the two equal to sign just to compare both sides to make sure they are the same. So else if my x is equal to y, just print out x is really equal to y, x really equals y, and then the third one is the else. So pretty much if the first statement is not true, or if we don't meet the first statement and also we don't meet the second statement, it will then go on to the third statement and print out this else not true. So as you can see, pretty much x is less than 59, so our output should be true. I'm going to print it out. True. And if we should change our x value to 59, it will then print out this. And if we should change it to 60, it will print out to the last statement. Okay, good. All right, that's it. That's how to use the if else statement in Java. Very simple. Okay, moving on to the fourth one is how to use the for loops. Okay, so before I go on to the for loops, I would like to continue with the if else statement. I would like to move on to the fifth one, and the for loop will be the last one. So the fifth one talks about the scanner, which pretty much accepts user input, right? So as you can see in my Java Eclipse, I did initialize my x, right? And having to use the scanner, I don't have to initialize my x, right? So let me just, in order for me to use the scanner, I'll have to import the scanner package. So this is how you import in Java, java.util.scanner, right? Boom, that's it. Okay, come down this way. Okay, all right, we're good to go. So this is how you utilize the scanner object. Started. Okay, you're right. Good, good, good. So let's say sys out, enter a number. All right. Okay, good. And then scanner, and then xcn equal to new scanner system.in. Guys, don't forget to use this always. This is always recommended whenever you're using the scanner object, which pretty much tells you it's going to take the user input, right? We have our object. This is our object. Okay, all right. So moving on to our next. Moving on, we have intx, inty, and we would like to take the user input, right? As you can see, we have this red underline here, right? Once I once I utilize my object, it's the red line, the red underline is going to vanish. So let's say x equal to scn dot next int, because we're using integer, next int, semicolon, y, that's scn dot next int. Boom, that's it. As you can see, the red underline is vanished. So this pretty much is telling us it's ready to take whatever we type in the console, right? So we say right here, as you can see, we said if x is less than y, then print out true, right? Okay, so we're good to go. Don't disregard this right here, because I think it's actually it wants us to close our scanner object. It's up to you that you want to close it or not. And I believe if we close it, it's going to vanish. Let me see, scn dot close. See that? It's vanished. Right? It's not really going to affect your code. I mean, it's up to you if you want to close it or not. All right. So for tutorial sake, I just closed it. So let me go ahead and then I'm sorry for my voice. Let me go ahead and then print out a run and see what happens. Okay, all right. So it says enter a number. So now it's going to take two inputs, as you can see right here. It's going to accept two inputs. So enter a number. Let's say 49 and 48. So obviously we know 49 is greater than 48. So it should what print out the last statement, which is not true. So let's say 48, not true. Let's run it again. 2 x really equals 2. Okay, great. Move on to the another one. Say 34, 50. Good, true. All right, we're pretty much done. So now we're done using the scanner object. I'm gonna go on and talk a little bit about the for and while do loop. These are the three types of loops, guys. So don't forget, especially doing interviews, they do ask you how many types of loops do we have, or how many types of loops are there. And don't forget, it's three: the for, while, do while loop. So I'm gonna go ahead and then walk you guys through. Let's go into our project, and then create another class for the while loop. Let's see, while loop. Let's see. All right, let's call it loops. Okay, good. So we will start utilizing the for loop first. So let's say for int I equal to 0, I less than 5, and let's increment. Right, we can either do this, which is pretty much increment, or we can do I plus plus. Right, so let's keep it this way. Okay, so we're gonna sys out our value for I, which pretty much should print out. Let me tell you guys the output before. If I is really 0, then I less than 5, and then increment. So it's gonna print out till 4. it's going to start from 0 till 4. But if we should put an equal to sign, it's going to include the 5 itself. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. All right, that's it for the for loop, guys. You don't have to initialize anything. I mean, it's up to you. You can either choose to initialize I here, right? But with a for loop, you don't really have to initialize it. It's up to you. It's both ways. So let's go into the while loop. So with a while loop, we will have to initialize our variable. Let's say int x is equal to 5, and go into the while loop. While x less than 10. Sys out x. Right, so while loop pretty much keeps running if the statement is met, if the statement is true, right? And this, right, if I should run this, it's gonna keep, it's gonna keep looping, it's gonna keep running. I'm gonna run in here so you guys will see what I'm talking about. See that it's never gonna stop because my statement was met. It's true. And the while statement, like continue to execute a block of statements while a particular condition is true, like I said before. So this is the syntax, and in order for us to be able to stop it from looping, we'll have to increment our x, right? So then it will start from 5 till 9 or 10, I believe. Yeah, so it started from, so if we should say equal to 10, it will then include 10. So from 5 to 10, that's it. So that's pretty much it. This is how you use the while loop, guys. Very simple. So don't be scared when you've been asked in an interview, oh, can you write a while loop statement? Don't be scared at all. Initialize your variable, go on by implementing the while statement. You sys out, increment, and then you're good to go. Okay, so let's move on to the do while loop. So we have our variable initialize to 5 again. So do sys out x, do sys out x, right? While x less than 10. Okay, good. So if we should run this, let's see the output for this. This is also going to keep running because the statement, because it was met, right? So with a do while loop, it runs at least once, right? It prints, it goes into this first sys out, and then goes on to the while, and then executes, right? So the difference between the do while and then the while is that the do while evaluates its expression at the bottom of the loop instead of the top. Therefore, the statements within the do block are always executed at least once. As you can see, they are always executed at least once, right? So in order for this not to keep looping over, we will have to increment again, and this is going to print out from 5 to 9. Boom, that's it. All right, guys, thank you, and this concludes my video.